to spit some knowledge right now. I've gained 14 pounds in the past 5 months. And I'm super locked in. This is probably the most successful bulk I've ever had in my entire life, and I've bulked 3 times now, this being the 4th. I've been lifting for 4 years, and this is probably the most progress I've ever seen. It is not because of steroids, it is not because of peptides, it is because I know what I'm doing now. And I wanted to share that knowledge with you guys, and I've been getting a lot of questions pertaining to what I am doing right now, because from my show, I was really skinny, I was shredded, don't get me wrong, but I was super small. Do I think I'm huge now? No, but I'm significantly bigger and I'm a lot more impressive. So what I've been doing is I've been in a light surplus, and this is basically just called a lean bulk. I'm treating this as a prep, but just with more calories. I'm very, very strategic on what I'm doing, so it's going to be pretty difficult for the average person, but if you can lock in, then it's going to be very, very insane for you, and you're going to see very similar results to what I did. Basically, a lean bulk is putting on as much muscle as you can and limiting your fat excess tissue. You don't want to be putting on a lot of fat, you want to be putting on mainly muscle. And to do this, you're going to find your maintenance calories and then go in a light surplus of 100 to 200 calories to start. You're going to track your weight weekly. You really need to make sure that you are not gaining more than half a pound to 0.5 pounds a week, okay? Because anything more than that is just going to be fat, and you don't want to be gaining fat, like I said. So if you are gaining too quickly, dial it back. You want to make sure that it's 0.5 pounds like minimum and 0.8 pounds maximum. A lot of this could be water as well, so keep that in mind. Maybe do it for 2 weeks and track your weight and see where you're at, because if you are in a surplus and you're coming out of a deficit, you are going to track all your calories and make sure you're weighing everything out, because a lot of people don't do that, surprisingly. Weigh out your food. You can't just eyeball it. Like I said, this is very strategic. You need to be knowing everything that you're putting into your body. So how you're going to structure your calorie intake, what I do is I do 55% carb, 25% protein, and 20% fat. You want to make sure that a lot of your calories are coming from carbs. This is going to fuel your lifts. Your body's preferred energy source pulls from carbs and your glycogen cells. So most of your calories should be carbs, okay? And then you want to make sure that at least 25% of your daily intake of carbs is pre-lift and 25% is post-lift. Like I said, it is going to be your preferred source of energy, meaning that you want a lot of your carbs pre-lift. Pre-lift is going to be essential. An hour before the gym, you want to make sure this is digested, all in your system, and your body can actually use that energy. More energy means you can use more energy output in the gym. More energy output means you're going to get stronger. And when you get stronger, it means you're getting bigger, okay? Makes sense. 25% of that post-lift, you want to make sure that some of it is quick digesting, some of it is slow digesting. It's going to be best just to have both. I would say anabolic window isn't necessarily real, but like 2 hours is kind of pushing it. I would say try and get your post-lift meal in an hour to 2 hours after the gym. Anything over that is kind of like it is probably catabolic. Yeah, like I said, progression in the gym, getting stronger. Getting stronger is going to be the most important thing on your bulk. If you're not getting stronger in reps or weight, then you are not getting bigger. So make sure on a weekly basis you are progressing. All your lifts should be super intentional, and you should be progressing on your lifts. If you're not progressing, then I would take a look at your carb timing, your carbs overall, and also your recovery. Recovery is super important. Make sure you're getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. This is going to be very essential for the lean bulk. You want to make sure that your stress levels are relatively low as well, because that could be affecting your sleep and your strength in the gym. So another key factor is adding in more volume during the lean bulk. This is something that I've experimented with. During my cut, I was doing 1 to 2 sets every exercise on upper lower. Now I do 2 to 3 sets depending on the exercise. If it's very fatiguing, more compound lift, I'll probably do 2 sets. But obviously, that first set, you're going to see the most growth and the most stimulus. Anything after that, it just tapers off. But it is still more effective to do higher volume, and it means you're going to make more progress overall because it's more stimulus to the muscle. So make sure your volume is adequate. I would say minimum of 2 sets during the lean bulk. And last thing is, don't skip out on your cardio. This is something that I got kind of lazy with recently, but I've implemented back in because I want to be conditioned for my prep. But basically, doing cardio is super important. This ensures that you're able to eat even more food, which is ideal because you want more macronutrients in your diet. More macronutrients means that you're going to be fueled more micronutrients. You're going to be able to eat even more carbs, more energy. Your body is going to get very efficient with the food that it's using when you do cardio, and it is ideal. It's good for your heart as well. Come on now. Something that I've also noticed, this is a side note, inflammation is a lot lower when I do cardio. My face, like I've been doing cardio recently, I've been doing 20 minutes of stairs every session. My face is a lot slimmer, and my skin is also a lot better because acne is caused by inflammation, and when you're sweating it all out and you're doing cardio, it is going to lower inflammation. So side note on that, it is nice to do cardio. It's good for your skin, it's good for your heart. If you are someone that struggles with eating as well, it will help you because it raises appetite, and overall you will be hungrier, which is a plus. Another thing that helped me and that I noticed that helped me a lot in progression is stimulants. I use caffeine, pre-workout, stim-free pump. I use nitric oxide as well almost every session for more blood flow. This allows for me to get a better pump, better mind-muscle connection. I'm also just progressing more when I have stimulants in my system. So don't abuse that, and I'm not telling you what to do, but you might see more progress with pre-workout, caffeine, nitric oxide, anything like that. Another thing is relating to your sleep and recovery. You can also take supplements for that. Melatonin. People say that you shouldn't rely on it, but personally, I think that it's okay to use. They've done studies that people who take melatonin actually have higher tests because they're actually sleeping throughout the night. Your body does shut down its natural production of melatonin, but that still means that you are getting better sleep even though you're relying on it as a supplement. So think about that. Other supplements that I take, creatine, fish oil, glutamine, all those really help me. Glutamine for digestion, creatine, obviously we know what that's about. It's healthy at any age, by the way. You can look into that. And fish oil, most underrated supplement in my opinion. DHT is super important for your brain health and also recovery. Just super good for your heart as well. So other than that, guys, that's really all I'm doing for my lean bulk, and it's really simple. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm still able to eat a few off-plan meals, but for the most part, I'm locked in 6 days out of the week, and I'm doing my cardio. I'm freaking loving this, guys. I think we're gonna see a pro penny in June. Okay, I'm competing in June, confirmed. We are running it back with MD, so be hyped for that. Stay on the lookout. I'm starting my prep in March, so maybe I'll do a cutting guide then, but this was the lean bulking guide. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments, or if you're going through a lean bulk with me. I hope you learned something here, and if you have any other suggestions on videos, let me know, and subscribe. Peace out.